So I want to make this video now. Maybe I could have made it before. I've definitely had journal entries about this. I just have never shared them. But I looked back at some of the journal entries that I wrote, and I'm just gonna summarize them here. So this had to be like maybe it was last year or the year before last. I don't know. There was some point when French Montana came out and he said like he was in the hospital. Something had happened. I don't know what happened. I think he had to have like a liver transplant. There was something very serious happening with him medically, and he was in the hospital. And I think he was posting like he wrote an album about the time when he was in the hospital, and the album was sort of about the anger that he felt at the time when he was in the hospital because he didn't feel like people supported him while he was going through a medical emergency. Now, I just want to give a little bit of context there into my perspective, which I don't know if French Montana has heard this from like a female yet, but I'm just going to say it. I feel like I'm just like more emotionally mature for my age, and I've just been around quite a lot of men with means and, women with means. And I will say, dear French Montana, the reason that people get married to, if they're homosexual, they marry a man. If they're heterosexual, they marry a woman. There's real shit that you can talk about with your partner, or with like a best friend. And I know that French Montana has meaningful relationships. It sounds like this person Chinks that he's always talking about. I don't know who this is. I don't follow hip hop close enough to like really understand this stuff, but it sounds like this person who is no longer alive, RIP to Chinks, was a meaningful relationship that he had with his life. And I feel like he has a lot of unprocessed emotions about that loss that I would really hope that he processes. But what he was going through, I don't know. I don't really understand. Like, I'm not his significant other. I don't have the emotional capacity right now to take that on, right? But like, what he was going through medically would be something that he would share with his spouse, like with someone who just cared deeply about him as a person. That's what your wife would be for, French Montana. Like, that's the point of your wife. It's like through thick and thin, through ups and downs, through rich and poor, through high and low. Like, that is the importance of a wife. Um, if he continues to live his life in a way where he is this user who uses all these women who want to care deeply about him, um, he's gonna miss out on having that sort of like emotional stability that comes with having a significant other or meaningful relationships. Like, if you follow this channel, you know that I too have been hospitalized many times. And every time that I was hospitalized, I was never alone. Like, my best friend would always send me food. I could always call her anytime. Like, she wasn't there to judge me. She wasn't there to like be like ha 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 ha, which is like what some people really did. Like, I think a part of what I heard, I didn't listen to the whole album, but some of the songs and the Instagram posts I saw were like these ha 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 ha, I'm doing better now. You guys all thought I was going to fail. People do that to me too, but I don't care about them. Like, you just have the way that you live your life in a way that becomes meaningful is when you tune out the negativity. It's always there. There's always someone who's sitting there saying, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're so awful. You're so bad. You're so ugly. You're shitty. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Those people are always there. They are on the clock. They're waiting for you to fuck up. They're waiting for you to like fail because they take so much joy in watching you do that. Like, it is like the highlight of their day to like watch you be down. But if only he were to maybe look to one of those women that he has just dogged out and been like, wow, I cared about you in some way. I think that he would be really surprised to see that woman looking back at him and saying, I cared about you too. As much as like women try to hide the way that they truly feel about a man that they're giving their body to, um, there's just some things about human nature and some things about trust and some things about lust where, for some reason, these women are highly attracted to him. He is moderately maybe attracted to them. And there could be, in every single one of those interactions, there's this potential for a serious, meaningful relationship. And he's brushing past all of those. I would also say that all of the people that I feel like he is in community with, I would say Diddy included, if he were to actually get on the phone with Diddy and say as a man, like, you know what, bro, I'm down bad. Like, I am struggling because Chinx is dead and I want to cry and I feel sad. I think he would be surprised to hear Diddy empathize with him because he too has had a really huge loss. And it has been so comforting to, like, I feel like I know Caresha because there are certain parts of my personality that are very, very similar to Caresha. So I understand the type of woman that she is. In truth or dare, and better or worse, Caresha is going to give it to you straight like a fucking shot of whiskey. You can hate it or you can love it. Like, you can hate the city girls for everything that they are, but that she was not on those tracks lying. She was on those tracks spitting truth, and the rest of us heard it, and we were like, yes, bitch, yes. And some of y'all were just like, fuck her, fuck her, fuck her. And the answer is fuck you. If it's not your story, then tune the fuck out. Tap out, okay? But some of us like to tap in because we relate to some part of the story. It doesn't have to be your story. What I'm saying in this particular case is I think French Montana should tap the fuck into his real feelings. I've made so many videos about the feelings wheel. Like, if only he were to like sit there and like listen, read the feelings wheel and fucking feel a feeling that wasn't drenched in his fucking gold or his diamonds or his, monetary assets, or even in a woman. If he were to just sit there and feel his feelings about himself, like take his fucking mirror and look in it and see the bullshit of himself and see the real parts of himself and actually get to understand what is meaningful to him, because I don't understand, so much of what I feel like I understand about him. I feel like he has the potential to be such a great partner. I just don't understand why he keeps trying to exploit my community, which is why I have to continually speak to it. If you come from my community, I'm not just going to stay silent about it. When you continually try to exploit women who look like me, fuck you, French. Fuck you. Fuck you all day. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Just like Drake said, he's like, what do you say when, wait, what is that song? He's like, broke boys, I can't tell with broke boys. What do I think when I think of these other niggas? Like, dusty, rusty, crusty, musty. What do I think when I think of French Montana? Fuck me, fuck me, fuck me, fuck me. Fuck you, French, fuck you. I hope you fuck somebody who actually makes you feel some fucking feelings. Because I feel like right now you fucked yourself numb. And I think it's about time you come back to reality. Touch some grass, sir. Touch grass. Touch glass. Not grass, but touch some glass. Pro tip.